tangents and how we can graph those over time. So remember, what's a tangent? What is our tangent? Is that a tangent? Is that a tangent? Is that a tangent?
Yes.
Okay, good. So we can see that our tangent is our line that touches our function and shows that at this point in time, this is what our instantaneous rate of change is, correct? So what I'm focusing on is the gradient of that line. So what can you tell me about the gradient of that line? Tell me what you know about the gradient of that line.
It's positive.
It's positive. Perfect, Jerry. It's a positive gradient, correct? So if I was going to sketch this, it would be somewhere that way, correct? Somewhere in the positive. What do you know about the gradient at this point here? The tangent, the gradient of the tangent. So if I put my ruler on that function, what's it going to be? Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Where? What's the gradient of that line? 0. So when I'm drawing the tangent of this function, it should be 0 there, correct? Okay, what's going to happen after that? What's my tangent going to do? It's going to go negative, so it should go somewhere like this. Then what's going to happen here? Back to 0, so it's going to be 0 there, correct? After that? Positive. Is it going to get more positive as time goes on? Or less positive? Well, it starts here. Is that gradient more positive?
Yes.
Is that gradient more positive?
Yes.
Is that gradient more positive?
Yes, sir.
So what's happening? It's getting progressively more positive, correct? So it should be going like this, shouldn't it? And the gradient here, what's happening to the gradient there is getting progressively, as I go away from this 0 point, what's happening? It's getting more or less positive. Is the ruler getting steeper or less steep as I go further away from that 0 point? It's more steep. So is it getting more positive or less positive? So shouldn't it do this? Are you happy with that? What's my original function? What's this original function? What type of function is the one in the bottom? It's a polynomial, correct? What order? It's a cubic, correct? Which means it's in order 3. What's this look like in the purple? I'll get rid of my tangents for a second. It's a quadratic. Interesting. Interesting. So in 9.1, you're asked to do the same thing. How would you do that? What are we looking for? Are we looking for specific numbers with our gradient? At any point in time did I deal with specific numbers there? What was I dealing with? Positives and negatives? What other values did I care about? 0. So I just get my ruler and I trace it around my function as I'm going at key points. And then with the positivity and the negativity, what do I care about? How positive or how negative it is. I don't care about the numbers, but I care about this is more positive than it is here. So the number should be higher. Does that make sense? At the end of every function, what I want you to do, so when you finish, what I want you to do is write this underneath. This is an extra, original, and you're identifying what type of function it is. So what's my original function here? We said it was a? Yeah, it was a polynomial, but it was a cubic. And my tangent function, my tangent was what? Quadratic. What order is my cubic again? What order is my quadratic? I might be helping you see the rule, the shortcut. But we have to go through this before. Cool? The elusive shortcuts. Let's go.